Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss Ella and friend. Let me introduce myself and my partner. I am Stefanus Waskito Aji Priyanka, and my partner is Huriatul Hakima. We are from Group 3. In this presentation, we will discuss about why is the ocean salty. The first material will be presented by Huriatul Hakima. For Huriatul Hakima, please welcome.
Thank you, Stephanus. Next, why is the ocean salty? How it happened? Most sea salt comes from several stages. When it rains, carbon dioxide in the air dissolves into rainwater, which causes rainwater when it falls to the ground to become slightly acidic, where most of the rainwater will fall on rocks, which can result in the breakdown of frozen and cooled rocks from the Earth's crust by weathering and erosion of mountains, and the action of dissolving rain and water that transports leaching of their minerals into the sea. The effect is water in the soil will be contaminated by mineral salts. This can release ions carried into the river. Initially, salt is transported through small rivers, which then flow into large rivers and the sea. Evaporation is the process of changing molecules in a liquid state spontaneously into gas. The evaporation process requires energy from solar radiation where large amounts of latent heat are transferred from the surface of the Earth to the atmosphere. Evaporation increases if the saturated water vapor pressure on the surface of the water becomes greater than the actual water vapor pressure of the air above it, or the greater the vapor pressure that's it. Thus, evaporation occurs faster in dry air than humid air because solar heat in the sea will happen large evaporation to form a cloud, but the mineral itself doesn't evaporate. This process will happen continuously, so the salt accumulates in the sea sand and seas water is getting saltier every day. Next.
Okay, next I will discuss about the salt level of seawater. Next. The level of salt content in seawater is called salinity. Seawater is a mixture of 96.5% pure water and 3.5% other material such as salt, dissolved gases, organic matter, and insoluble particles. Seawater does taste salty because it has an average salt content of 3.5%. The diagram showing concentration of various salt ions in seawater. The composition of the total salt component is chloride 55%, sodium 30.6%, sulfur 7.7%, magnesium 3.7%, calcium 1.2%, potassium 1.1%, and other 0.7%. Next. The instrument for measuring seawater salinity is a refractometer. The principle of this tool utilizes the refractor index of light to determine the level of water salinity, because it requires directly light to get its refractive index. Measurement should be taken outside in a sunny room. And then the factor that influence the salt content of seawater. The first is evaporation, because the more frequent evaporation occurs, the water will become more salty. The second is freshwater intake, because the more freshwater that enters the sea, the salt content will decrease. The rainfall, because the more rainfall, the lower the salinity, then river water, the more river that flow into the sea. The level of salinity of seawater will decrease because it is mixed with tower-grade seawater. The last one is the location and size of the seawater because the sea is not related to the high seas and is found in the dry areas high salinity. Next. I will discuss the effect of seawater temperature on the life of marine organisms. Next. High salt levels are caused by change in temperature and humidity. All marine organisms, except mammals, are poikilothermic, that are not able to regulate their body temperature. Seawater temperature range from -2 until 14 degrees Celsius. Temperature changes that are higher than the upper threshold temperature or lower than the threshold bottom will result in death in marine organisms. As shown in this picture, the change in seawater temperature will increase salt level, resulting in the death of marine organisms, such as death in fish, damage to coral reef, etc. Next. Next.
Okay. Next, the reason why seawater is a source of content of natrium chloride, which can be a solution of electrolyte conductors. A mixture of composition between seawater and sea sand can produce an electric current, which can be renewable energy. The table shows that the composition of a mixture of seawater and sea sand at 25% and 50% variable produces a voltage of 2.3 volts. This is because the composition of seawater is still a lot so that the natrium chloride salt content is still quite concentrated. Because in the first experiment, which only contains seawater, the voltage generated was 2.4 of 75% and 100%, which only produces a voltage of 1.8 volts and zero point 0.9 volts. The salt content has started to decrease because the chloride ion content in sea sand is also small. From the experimental result, it can be seen that the composition of 100% seawater can produce a power of 6 watts to be used in electrical energy sources. The resulting electric current comes from the electrochemical reaction of seawater. Seawater contains natrium chloride salt. When ionized, it becomes natrium and chloride. Similarly, sea sand also contains a little salt. When the electrode is dipped into a mixture of seawater and sea sand, it will experience a positive and negative ion exchange. The positive pole electrode, copper, will attract negative chloride ion, while the negative pole electrode will attract positive natrium ion. This difference in charge of the flow of positive and negative ions creates an electric current. In this case, seawater can be a solution to replace fuel, oil, or diesel fuel because of the free particle load of natrium chloride salt contained in seawater. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.